It's a special place for a lot of reasons. As I look back, I was like, there's something different about those kids. This is a school that embraces them as individuals, creates an atmosphere where they feel safe, where they can take risks. You know, academically ready. They were good writers, good communicators. Now that I know the educational product and process here, it makes perfect sense.
It started with the love of parents who decided they wanted to have something else for their children.
Yeah, I think you're right.
They had a vision.
They had a vision.
So that's how it started.
I began when the school opened in 1948. It was about 23 kids. There were 4 mothers who wanted to start a school out here in the country.
I remember when we were in 5th and 6th grade, Mrs. Ralston was do you remember her?
I
She
do.
was our crafts teacher and science teacher. And we actually built a playhouse. Do you ever remember that?
Yes, I do.
We built that thing. I mean, I couldn't believe it. She had us up on ladders and hammers and saws.
People in those days sometimes arrived on their horses in the morning, and horses came and picked them up in the afternoon. We've done away with that now, but...
You know, we all went here. My children went here, and now I have a granddaughter here. It's
Yes.
wonderful.
When I had a daughter, I wanted Upland to be hers. And she said to me the other day, we were talking about Upland things, and she said, "Oh, Mommy, that's changed." And even though a lot has changed, it's still Upland, and it's still that special feeling. She has said to me, "I can't imagine being anywhere else."
Understanding, trust, and responsibility. That motto, determined long before I got here to Upland, suited the school that I came to and that I left from.
You have nature around you, you have farming around you, and you combine that with these dedicated teachers. It's just a liberating, healthy environment.
Totally different from where I taught before. 1 minute you're dealing with a 9th grader. Next thing you know, there's a class of 3 or 4-year-olds walking by, saying hi and just being so happy.
A youngster leaving Upland with 2 years of Latin, Algebra 1, Science and History, 8 of their basic 16 high school credits, remarkable. But it happened in a confidence-building way.
One reason Upland's so special is because it can help kids that love school and it's easy for them, and then kids that maybe struggle a little bit.
We want to give them adaptable skills. We want to give them good conversation, discussion, respectful discourse skills that allow them to think critically about the world around them and think compassionately about the world around them.
It has this magical ability to meet kids where they are and really just get the best out of them, I think.
If they learn best through a song, or if learning their numbers through hopscotch, then that's what you're going to do.
Whether it's something that I plan for that day or if it's just something that spontaneously happens.
The curriculum is not just what's on paper. You bring it to life.
The pillars of this institution are what we call the 4 A's, right? Academics, athletics, arts, and attitude.
As a teacher, you get to know kids in a different way on the athletic field, or you get to know them in a different way in the theater or in music class. It's beyond just the classroom.
It's easy to associate Upland's hockey program with athletics and kids that just enjoy that sport, but it's so much more than that.
Some of my fondest memories of as a lower schooler would be watching the Upland varsity team play and just thinking, I cannot wait until it's my turn to do that.
The magic is that you take kindergartners down there and we teach them to skate. But what are we asking them to do, right? We're asking them to try something that's scary, that requires them to trust someone else to protect them until they can get it done.
We've had a hockey program here for more than 50 years. We've only had 2 coaches, so there's a lot of continuity. And that, I think, allows us to punch above our weight class significantly.
Friction is the only evidence of growth that we have, and in order to provide it intentionally, we have to push to achieve something that he or she didn't expect.
Even if you don't like sports, you have to participate in sports, which is really nice. So you get to try new things. They try to push you to where you can succeed the best.
It's just creating an environment that challenges kids, that encourages them to grow in confidence. Everything else emerges from that.
athletics have always been important, but there's kids that have got into a play and didn't even really want to do it and end up being leads and quite good at it.
You see the ninth graders up on stage, you see the audience reaction, and as a kindergartner, you're already starting to plan what you're going to do at the talent show next year.
I remember when I went to try out for Macbeth at my secondary school, the person who was running it said, "I thought you were a hockey player." And I remember thinking, from where I come from, you can be both.
What makes Upland special is that faculty can often tell what a child is all about, but just the way they walk down the hall that day. Where their commitment to kids over the years turns into an act of love.
Just last weekend, we were at a wedding where there were teachers there were students there were alumni there. You just don't even think twice about being there for somebody that's part of your Upland family.
The conversations that take place between parents and children and faculty, faculty and parents, it really only can happen in an institution the size of Upland.
You'll get a personal education. People will care about you. You won't be lost in a crowd. You will be noticed, no matter who you are.
Tradition at Upland is essential, but arguably more important is innovation.
The Harkness table allows you to have conversations with really anyone at the table since you can always see them.
The Harkness method is truly about giving students their own voice in their own educational journey.
It gives you this sort of feeling that everyone has a voice and everyone is equal here.
What we noticed right away with both our children was that there was never a day when they didn't want to go to school.
It's a journey with different challenges, different opportunities, but the end result is a journey of self-actualization, leading into being able to manage the next environment.
I don't really know what I'm going to be when I grow up, but I do know that whatever I do in my life, I'll be prepared for.
If I have to simplify it, it's acceptance of who you are as a person.
It has shaped me as a person, as an educator, as a mother, and I'm just forever grateful to Upland.
I think it's the community. I think that's the number one thing.
When I think of Upland, I think of it as a big extended family.
When I grow up and if I have kids, I want to send them to Upland.
It's a part of who you are.
It's just the atmosphere of people who care.
Upland is home. Even though you're not here every day, you're still a part of Upland.
Why would you want to leave an atmosphere like that?
I never remember a day when I didn't love it.
Oh, I know. Yeah, we couldn't wait to go to school.